Happy New Year, everyone! You're here for our debut live webinar, the first one for the year as we kickstart the year right. Now, you're joining us for taking charge of 2023 and doing so by getting ahead with technical analysis. Once again, you're with me, your host for today. I'm Olivia Higgins. Now, we're still waiting for a few more people to join in, so while we wait, here's a video for you to enjoy. Welcome back, especially to the people who just joined in. Now, this is the first live webinar that we're having in our new studio coming from Moomoo, Singapore. And for those who just joined us and who have been with us for the last part of last year, we had a whole lineup of live shows as well. And so we're very excited to start the year with technical analysis and going in depth into how you can use and utilize the Moomoo desktop app. I know a lot of you are using the Moomoo mobile app, and this time around we want to delve deeper into the desktop app and see what kind of ways you can use it to utilize opportunities in the market. Now, for those of you who just joined, I'm your host, Olivia Higgins, and it's a pleasure once again to have you on the show with us. Now, today, it's really about education, okay? So just to remind you that shows like these are crafted and curated just for you so that we can guide you and help you make better investment decisions. Now, today's topic, jumping straight in, taking charge of 2023 by getting ahead with technical analysis. Now, in studio with me from Moomoo, Singapore, joining me today, we have Yong Shern, who is the Senior Manager of Corporate and Institutional Sales. Hi, Yong Shern.
Hi, Olivia.
Hi.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year
to everyone watching. So first time in the studio together. Usually they see us apart, right? So new start, new ways of doing things, and I'm very excited for today, especially what you're about to share. So Yong Shern, for those of you, for the audience especially, that are just getting to know you now, tell them about yourself.
Sure. So once again, I'm Yong Shern from the Corporate and Institutional Department. Currently, we are working on several listings. Previously, we have done last year. To recall that we have done several IPOs in Singapore. We have done IOP for ETFs. Right. But this year, the market has going to be a new, interesting, a very exciting environment for us because if you have observed or you have read the news about the reopening of China border and also for US market in terms of interest rate hike, in terms of the pace, all has a new sign of, I think it's generally it's more positive than the year that we had last year. So I am very exciting for this year in terms of the product launching, in terms of the new IPOs in the market, and of course there are existing companies who I think they gonna be it's going to be very exciting.
Yes, absolutely. And so we're here starting the year right, and I hope that all of you, and I trust that you're having a good start to the year as of now. So Yong Shern, tell me about technical analysis and why is it important?
Good question, Olivia. So to define the technical analysis, I'll go towards the more conventional way. I would say it is an art in the finance field. So most of the people we rely on the graphical, which is a chart on our desktop app or even on some open sources through the web or even our Moomoo mobile app. So why do you need a chart? Because when you look at the numbers, I just give an example. Let's say you are buying into Apple Inc. So you're looking at that, the current price is about $140. But to you, 140 is just a number. You don't know whether is it high or whether is it very low as compared to 10 years ago. By having a chart, you'll be able to see where the price is currently, where is the peak, and where is it standing right now, and what are the opportunities through various chart patterns, indicators, as well as some trend lines.
Right, so chart patterns, indicators, and also the trend lines. And I know that you're about to do a demo for us, right?
Yes.
But not just a demo. Today it's really about finding what are the key indicators on there or the tools that you can utilize on the desktop version and see how you can implement that in your overall portfolio strategy. Yes?
Sure.
So I'm very excited to see what you're about to share, and everyone out there, remember to learn together, and we're going to at least go home with some key takeaways after this. So also, before we go into Yong Shern's demo, remember that we're having some giveaways during the Q&A segment, so stay till the end and pay attention to what Yong Shern is about to share so that you can answer and stand a chance to win something to walk home with, okay? So with that, Yong Shern, the floor is yours.
Hi, thank you, Olivia. So basically, I would like to just also add on top of what I have shared earlier. So by having technical analysis, you will be able to see the trends and everything. So what are the benefits? So some people may say that I'm a trader, so I don't look at fundamental. It's actually your own trading strategies. But for some people, conventional people, even your working profession or even you are a part-time investor or traders, technical analysis help you to identify the key entry points, whether is it overbought or if it oversold. This can also help you to make the decision, and also in terms of catching the better timing. I'm not going to say that it's the best timing, but it's a better timing to enter the market. So this will really help to be it you are investors or be it you are a pure trader. Okay, so right now, without further ado, please allow me to share my screen. It's my Moomoo desktop app. So I believe right now you are actually looking at my desktop app. This is Windows version. Of course, if you are using Mac, you can also download one. However, the layout may be slightly different. In terms of functionality, it will be quite similar. So let's begin our trading in this technical analysis. So I believe most of you have gone through a little bit of technical indicators, or you have watch some of our previous videos, be it on YouTube or through our in-app Learn tab. So I think you are seeing that I'm using this SPDR S&P 500 ETF. This is an ETF. So you have see this chart is pretty, I would say nothing inside, no indicators, only volume here. So the reason being is I want to show you on how to use all the tools available on the Moomoo app, desktop app, to make your chart to have more indicators, to be more colorful. So yes, first of all, I would say these are the tools that we have on our platform. This panel. Let me hide this watch list. So yeah, the first one is you can draw some lines over here. So this is these tools are very important if you are going to draw some chart patterns, trend lines, or even those of you have heard of the head and shoulder kind of or double top, double bottom. These kind of chart patterns, you can use this line to identify the key trends. So let's say we draw a channel. So I just do it one more time for the lower channel. Yeah, so this is how we one of the simplest way to draw the channel. Of course, if you have more knowledge, if you are a pro in this drawing this kind of the charts, then I believe you will know how to navigate once we share with you how do we activate the tool on our platform. But of course, sometimes people tend to make mistakes. If you want to delete this line, you can click on the line and then you click delete. Same goes to the one, delete button is here. Yep, you see now the line is has disappeared. Okay, so okay, so right now you can see that actually there's a MA here. This is moving average. Moving average is one of the very simple technical indicator in the market, and I believe most of you who have learned technical analysis before, MA, simple moving average, would be the first indicator that I think you get to learn. So right now you may think that how come I cannot see any lines on my chart? So click on these setting icons, because I have choose to hide these lines away when I start this webinar. So you can see that there are P1 until P10 over here, so which means that our application, this desktop app, can support up to 10 moving averages on the chart itself. So one of the most common widely used, I would say, I go for 20 and 50, and then on this right hand side you can change the color. Let's say you want your MA20 to be in blue color, then yeah, so you can see that there are two lines on the chart. So as a lot of research says, when the shorter time frame or the shorter period of a MA cross above the longer period, it shows it could be a bullish signal, and some of the trend follower, they will only purchase when the price is above the MA and the shorter term MA is above the longer term MA. So these are the saying that in the market. Of course, that also depends on the time frame. If you are a day trader or if you are a scalper, most likely you will be using maybe a 1 minute to 5 minutes chart. But I personally feel that the 1 minute chart may have a lot of noise. So my personal preference is 3 minutes or even 5 minutes. This also includes the pre-market data on our chart, the one with a gray background. So normally I'll put two charts side by side. One is 1 day, the other one is for 1 week for swing trade, or even for my investment when I want to enter, when I try to time the market. So you can see that currently actually this S&P 500 ETF is also in terms of a shorter term indicator is still below the longer term. Right, let's see how it goes for tonight and also tomorrow. I believe most of you who are very active in the market knows what is going to happen tomorrow. The Fed is having a meeting from today until tomorrow. So you most likely in the market would have several big candles. I don't know whether it's green or blue, green or red, but definitely there will be some movement in between once after the meeting. So these are the MAs. It's very simple, but of course if you want to have other indicators, you can see at the bottom of the chart, some orange, some in yellow. This is how we select the indicator. Right now, let's say I click on MA. My MA is actually hidden because I choose not to show. But let's say if you want to activate MACD, MACD is a moving average convergence divergence, one of a very popular indicator out there as well. How to use it I'll talk in a bit. I'll share with you in a bit. But this is how we can activate the indicators. But for those who want to modify, let's say if you think that the line in the MACD you prefer to have it in other colors, you can also click on this setting under the MACD, so you can change the values or even the colors through this settings. Okay, let's say some of them tell me, hey Yong Shern, I'm looking at other indicators which are not available in the panel that I have right now, or even if you are using your desktop or even your laptop, you can't see these indicators, or you are seeing different indicators on your Moomoo desktop app. You can click on this indicator management. So right now, indicator management, so you can so for example, you're looking at maybe VWAP, volume weighted average indicator, so you can just drag it to the top as a main indicator. So, and I close this window, so you'll be able to see your VWAP under here. So this is how you can add more indicators through these settings. But of course, we also have other indicators like trend, overbought energy, volume, price, pressure, support, swing, and also counter trend indicators. If you want to know more about the definition of the indicators, you can always find out more from here, because I think today the focus will be more on the how to use the platform, and also how can we really use these indicators. So in terms of like what I have shared earlier, if you think that you want to customize your MACD, for those who have used MACD before, let's say you want to have your lines, let me see, you can customize the indicator over here. So let's say you don't want it to be EMA, you want it to be SMA, it can be done, because our platform can allow you to edit the script, and then you can save it accordingly. So you can name it as MACD, and then that's your own version, MACD2, MACD3. So let's try. Yep, so this is the SMA. Anyway, this is the this is just a testing to show you how you can edit the script accordingly. But do take note that you may need to test, do some testing before you complete the indicator. And let's say if there's an error, the system will not allow you to save the indicator as well. So right now I don't save it, because I prefer to have it to have the original one, because I believe these indicators have been developed and has been used for many years. So I will stick to the original version. Okay, like now, and this is default max. Okay, so you can see the MACD function over here. So maybe I'll go to another counter, just an example of after talking about indicators. Earlier we have shared about that I'm going to talk three parts. One is indicator, the other one is chart patterns, and yep, and one more is a candlestick. So okay, I think Tesla, for those who have bought Tesla on earlier this month, would have made some money, I believe. But because the run is pretty huge, I'd say those who bought at the bottom, but not many people who have made a double-digit percentage gain since I think mid of Jan. So you can looking at this chart pattern, right? For those of you who are very familiar, or for those who follow a lot of I would say gurus for the technical perspective, you'll be able to tell that this could be a head and shoulder pattern. But for chart pattern wise, it is very subjective. Whatever I can see from my eyes, it would be different from what you see from your eyes, because that's a very I would say it's based on your personal experience, based on your personal opinion. There's no right or wrong. But generally, this head and shoulder is recognizable. But I would say double top is even easier to recognize, because it's a two top at a similar level. But what has happened to this head and shoulder, and what will happen to those inverted head and shoulder? So inverted head and shoulder is like you know, when you just flip the chart to the other direction. So let me show you why I say it's a head and shoulder, and this is based on my personal observation. So I'm drawing a line of this. Maybe I should change the color of the chart, the line. Make it blue. Blue is even. Make it into a light yellow. So you can see that this is left shoulder, this is a head, and this is right shoulder, and this is the neckline. So this is a neckline, okay? Okay, so what is neckline? Neckline is the place. So tell a little bit more on the head and shoulder. So for head and shoulder, right, is the place where when the price break below the neckline, it shows that the trend may change from the downtrend may start. So this is how we define where the downtrend started. However, this is also very subjective, but a lot of people believe that head and shoulder is a very it's a very good chart pattern, very easy to recognize and also quite accurate. So if you want to find out more, you can always do your homework through our platform, through our Learn, or even you can Google search. There are a lot of resource websites talking about head and shoulders pattern. So for this head and shoulders patterns, right? So right now you see it has formed on this Tesla weekly chart. So you see after the price broke below this right shoulder neckline, which is about $210 each level, the price actually went down a bit, or went all the way down to $100 before it retraced to this level. The future direction of this Tesla is unknown yet based on the head and shoulder, because for those who have seen technical analysis before, so this line I would say is considered as one of the support. I would say about $200. This would be a support level. So when the price previously as a support level, when the support is being broken, any rebound back to this previous support level would consider as a new resistance area. So a new resistance area means that the price, in order to break through this level, there will be some frictions, or even there could be some difficulties to move above this level. So I mean, based on the theory, if support can turn into resistance, the price may hit here and then retrace back before it go down further, or even revert back to its above $200 level. So this is how one of the pattern we say head and shoulder. But besides from head and shoulder, this weekly chart also show another chart pattern. I'll share 2 to 3 chart patterns because we have a lot of things to share today. Okay, this is a blue flag. This could be a blue flag. So what blue flag means is after maybe a short bull run, it creates a triangle-like flag pattern. This is the period where the price went into a consolidation period zone. So when the price consolidated, a new uptrend may continue. So it will be followed by another new uptrend. So this is how bull flag is formed. In terms of that, you can always try to find this kind of pattern also. But this is also quite subjective because everyone has a different point of view. To me, I will always look at more than one indicator. So for example, if the counter has formed a bull flag, I always look at the moving averages, or even some indicators which shows the trend is not so bearish. Because when we want to catch a trend, a bullish trend, you need to ensure that there are more than one indicators, there are more than one thing that prove your studies. But to me, based on my personal experience, whatever you do for trading, be it in trading or be it investing, one of the things that you need to take note of is risk management. There is no indicator in the world that can be 100% correct all the time. So by doing your own homework, you have spent a lot of efforts, things may still go wrong. This is the reality. I'd rather tell it earlier than you just go into all these indicators, this blue flag blindly. So risk management is super important, because with this, this will improve the probability to survive in the market. But psychologically, risk management is more important. So these are 2 patterns that we observe from the weekly chart. Okay, so in terms of indicators, right? Let me go back to the one chart. So if you want to have more charts within one screen, so you can go to the top right panel. You see this. You can select one chart, or you can even go to the 4 charts. So I would say this is triple top. Just now I mentioned triple top, right? Double top, and we can have also triple top. So this is a triple top right here. So what does it say? This is telling you that there is a strong resistance where a lot of people will sell at this level. So in a lot of cases, this level normally will not be able to break through. So if it cannot break through, the price will bounce back to the support level. So you see that after it bounced back to the support level, and actually it broke down in the September 2022. This is I think this is how I look at the Tesla chart. But of course, when you want to look at the indicators, indicators will be more suitable for trend following counters, because sometimes when the counter is doing sideways, right, the indicators may give you a lot of false signals. One of the indicators that I always use is, on top of the SMA or even EMA, is the RSI. So when the RSI cross above these 70 or 80 levels, depending on the parameter that you set, this shows that this counter is actually overbought. Above 70 could be overbought, and below 30 also could be considered as oversold. So on this level, right, you see when this counter hit this oversold level, actually when it rebound, the counter actually rebound, and from here actually when it hit the overbought level, the counter actually also retrace from the peak. For the short-term peak, not the all-time peak. So this is how we look at an entry point. Let's say you want to catch the rebound. I would say the safer way, not the safest, but the safer way is wait until this RSI reach the overbought or oversold area. And some of people may ask, how do I change this from 70 to 80? The line. Let me see, show you. Okay, click on these settings, same. And then you can click on edit. And you can see the coordinate position up to 7 separated by semicolons. So this is how you can set the lines on the RSI indicator. So let's say I want to have it at 80, and usually people will go for 20, and then click application. Script test pass. So right now you'll be seeing the scale change to 80. So this is basically how we use RSI. A little bit more on RSI is actually is an oscillator indicator. So it will be towards identifying the entry and exit point. And then for whereas like MACD or even moving average, including EMA, exponential moving average, these indicators are more towards, I would say, a trend following indicator, and they are actually more like, because they use the historical data to smooth out the prices. If you don't like about SMA, because a lot of people say, they say I'm using 20 period SMA, simple moving average. I'm just using the, I would say, the sum of the 20 days price divided by 20. There's no weightage given to the price, because some people may demand for some weighted average. So let's say the more recent price will be given a higher weightage. One of the reasons is because there are new development in the companies which resulted there's a change in the share price. So if you prefer that, I would say EMA is a better choice if you want to have a more timely or more recent price. So the most recent price will be given a higher weightage when calculating the average. So right now at the chart, a lot of people has been asking why there are so many dots. Based on my experience talking to the clients, so actually these dots are talking about the news or even announcement from the company. So you can see that whenever there's a news, what will happen to the company, or what is the price fluctuation within the day whenever there's an announcement. Okay, so right now you are seeing my screen. I'm showing you the candlestick. So right now you can see that this counter, I think back in 2021 November, so you'll be seeing that this is a doji has formed. So this doji, the small t, right, is actually, I personally think that is a undecisive move. So this counter actually, when there's a strong uptrend and it hits there's a doji over here, means that there's no decision. So the market actually turned down. And whenever you see a doji, I would say I personally would pay more attention to it, because this doji is quite dangerous, because the market is very indecisive already. So let's say whether the trend will continue or not, I'm not really sure. But to me, how I use it is I'm not going to use it to short the counter at this level, because if the counter is very bullish, it may go up further. But to me, is if I were to buy it, if I were to chase the trend, whenever I see a doji, I would maybe put it on hold, wait for the next direction. So let's say if the next candle is another small green candle, that means the trend may continue to go up. This is when I place my buy order, or even there's a significant retracement. I think retrace until here. Later we will share a little bit more on the Fibonacci as well, Fibonacci retracement. So with this retracement, I think can help you to avoid buying something at the peak, or shorting something at the bottom. Okay, so these are the tools. For those who also follow Elliott Impulse Wave, we also have this drawing tool available on our platform, and even M head, W bottom, ABCD pattern, triangular pattern. All these chart drawing tools are available on the platform. Okay, so this is the Fibonacci retracement. So maybe I go back to S&P 500 index ETF. Okay, so this is the daily chart. As you can see, this is the bottom, and this was the peak, all-time high that we achieved exactly 1 year ago in January. So whenever we use this Fibonacci retracement, so let's say this is a bottom, and this is a peak. I connect these two together. So right now, what you are seeing is actually the price for this SPY, S&P 500 ETF, actually hit the 50% retracement. So all this Fibonacci number is very interesting. You can actually find out more through various sources. So generally, generally in the market, people will say, normally when the stocks, whenever there is a trend, be it a downtrend or be it an uptrend, there is a retracement of 61.8 to 50%. These are the common percentage that we see in the market. So you see that this 50% retracement, the market has hit that, and also just to show you that there's also triple tops over here. I mean, this is not a major one, this is just a very minor one. So let's say we may expect this price may, I mean, if you want to chase the breakout, you may observe this level 409, but this is just an indicative number. You can do a drawing on your platform directly. So this is where the Fibonacci level is. But yeah, okay, let me remove this line first. And Okay, so to remove this line, let me click on it because my screen. Fibonacci. Oh, actually accidentally created too many lines, but never mind, we just I'll remove it one by one later, but actually you can just click on the line and click delete. So maybe let me go to other counter. So these are basically the lines that we have. Another line, another interesting thing to show you, I believe one of the course that we have on our Moomoo platform, Moomoo Learn, is the how to find the bottom. I mean, identify the potential bottoms. So one of the indicator, or one of the things that you can look at is the divergence of the indicator. So theoretically, whenever the stock achieve a record low, which you can see over here, this Apple stock, in January, actually 3rd of January, between the first week, January, actually it achieved a record low since 2020, so it's a 1-year low. So theoretically, an indicator like KDJ or even MACD should go even lower than the previous bottom. So let's say the past bottom was at this level in June 2022. It dropped to all the way down to 128 level. When the stock price actually achieved another record low, which is 124 in early January this year. So you may expect that this indicator like MACD or even KDJ will hit a lower level. So you see this is about -5. But I think this area is -4, and for the which one? Yep, for this one, for KDJ divergence. So KDJ, you see that the value is higher than the previous low, even though the price is even lower. So this we normally call it as a divergence. So what happened is divergence means that even though the price achieved a record low or even record high, let's say in this case we talk about downtrend, record low, so the indicator does not fall as per the price. So which also shows that the strength of this bearish trend or this downtrend has reduced significantly. So meaning that this bear is a bit like exhausted. So the downside is so-called is limited. I mean, in most cases. So when it is limited, it could stage for a good rebound, be it back to the uptrend or even a very good rebound like 50% Fibonacci retracement. This is a very good area to catch a rebound for technical traders. Yep. So far I think we have gone through quite a lot. Maybe Olivia, you have anything you want to ask, or you want?
Yes, of course. So thank you so much, Yong Shern, for that comprehensive demo. And we already have so many questions from you guys. You know, you are definitely paying attention, and you know, you're tuning in by YouTube or in-app, wherever you are. We've created some of the top questions that we have, and we'll ask Yong Shern shortly. But before we begin the live Q&A, I would like to start with our first giveaway for today. So the giveaway is a chance for us to reward you for being a part of this journey with us, right? So, you know, we give away a lot of prizes and everything, but also because we value our audience and we always want to give back and have you join us for more educational content such as these shows. So the first question, and we're only going to have one winner per question. We've got 3 questions today. The first question, one winner, fastest fingers first, all right? So Yong Shern, you're going to ask the question.
Yes.
Okay, so on my count of 3, we will have the question. And the person in app whoever gets it right and also answers it first will walk away from our team a special gift from us. Okay?
Okay.
In 3, 2, 1.
So I'll keep the first question very simple. This question is specially catered for the early birds who join us very early. For those who remember what I said, for all the technical traders or for those who have learned technical indicators before, what are the earliest indicator? What is the first indicator that you learned? What is the first indicator that you learned? Today, or even what I mentioned. I mentioned
What
that.
you mentioned today.
Yes, I mentioned that most of those who have learned technical indicator, I mentioned one indicator that you will.
Yes, that's right.
Most of you will learn it. For most of you, this is the first indicator that you have learned.
Absolutely. So, what is the first indicator that you'll learn as part of TA? And Yong Shern actually covered it first today, and also highlighted that you have to know this as a basic concept. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, we'll wait for the answer. Let's see if we have a winner.
Yes, fast fingers first, and this indicator is also served as the basic or even the simple. The calculation of some other indicators.
Leave a comment down below on what you think the answer is, and we'll pick out the correct answer. We'll give it about 5 more seconds.
5.
4, 3, 2, 1. And what was the answer, Yong Shern?
Moving average.
Moving
Or
average.
simple moving average, SMA.
SMA. So simple moving average. The person who actually answered that right, congratulations, and our team will be in touch with you. Okay? So let's go into the Q&A. We've got some questions that we picked out. First question. This is on MA, since we already covered it. Now, Yong Shern, when is the best scenario to use MA, and how do I do that?
Okay. What is the best scenario to use MA? I would say during the sideways, I think I mentioned it earlier. So during the sideways, whenever there's MA, means it could be very dangerous to use MA during the sideways markets, during the consolidation phase. So let's say we go towards a 5-day, 1-day chart. Those counters that is sideways.
Perhaps we can show it on the screen.
Yes,
for our
yes.
audience.
Please allow me to share the screen.
Great stuff.
Yes. Okay. So, same. I haven't changed anything in terms of indicator. I'm still using 20 and 50. The daily. So this is TSM. So you see that when the price hits 104 and 103 level, and 121 as the upper band. So this we consider as a consolidation phase or even trading sideways. So if you take a look at the conventional way of using MA is when the lower time frame cross above the longer time frame is a bullish or if it's a buy signal. So you take a look at that. So there's actually is a trap. So when this cross above, actually the price ran down. So this is the scenario where MA is not suitable. But when is it suitable? I'm saying that the higher chance of lower risk and also higher chance of winning is when the stock price is actually having a trend. So let's say if you look at this scenario, it crossed below. So when the price breaks below this 100 level, and if you want to short this counter, of course whatever I have shared is a hindsight review. So you're going to short this counter. This is a place where it serves as another indicator whenever there's a breakdown and the indicators are below. You can start to short it. Or some of the people, they are more creative. They look at the daily chart. They know that it has broken down below, but they go to the weekly time frame. Okay, sorry. I go back here. This is when. This is February last year. So February last year, you see. So they will wait for the weekly chart, weekly MA to cross below before they decided to short it. So when it crossed below, it's about this level, is still here. It's in April. So they will use this as the longer time frame MA to identify whether is it below. If it is below, then they go back to daily to double check the chart again. So this is where the price level at. So from here, when it touched this MA20, they will create an order to short sell it. So how to use it is, I would say it's a mixture of both. Chart pattern, if you look at, if the chart is trading sideways, try to avoid it if possible. But let's say if the chart, if it has broken up or broken down, you can go to a longer time frame and do a second observation.
Great stuff. Now, we're on the screen already, but we've already got an extended question. What is the usual setting for MA? And another user wants to know, could you share some limitations and things we should be careful about when we're using MA on the Moomoo desktop?
Okay. In terms of the limit, I'll go towards limitation-wise. Limitation is it serves as a secondary indicator. So whatever you see is really based on other things. So for example, you think that this counter, if you are an investor, you think that this counter is good, has a very strong business, has a strong cash flow, and currently the price is actually not too bad, and it's not overbought and it's not oversold. So you think that currently the price is on a very steady, is at the initial phase of the uptrend. You can use MA as a guide to find the entry. Normally people will find whenever the price touch the MA line. So okay, maybe I zoom the chart in a bit.
Yeah, let's show it on the chart on the desktop app.
Yep. So this one is broken up. I show you this level. Okay. So if you want to short this counter, right, people will not short it here because it's too far away from the short-term MA. So when the price touches the short-term MA, this is the entry point. Some of people may use it to short because this will be reduce some of the key, some of the force, I would say force breakdown. So whenever they see hit here and then being rejected by the price action, so they may use this level as a place a short order to participate in the downtrend movement. I think this is one of the common way that I saw, that I observed throughout through my experience, for many years of experience using technical indicators or the SMA. But of course, what are the time frame? Because 1 month we have 30 days. And the trading days, let's not talk about public holidays that we just had this month in Singapore. But normally we will use 20 to 22 for the 1 month. This is considered, if you are using the daily chart, that will be the 1 month indicator. And normally people will go towards 250 for the longer period, which is the annual. This is just a estimated number, but if you have you can do some back testing, be it you have a very powerful software, or you can observe. Moomoo also have some tools to facilitate your trading strategies. But in general, you can find your own duration that suits the counters that you are trading in, or even because technical indicators or chart patterns is not only applicable to equities or even ETF. It can be used on mostly all the products that is traded on the exchanges, like like futures. Even some people use it for forex trading, and of course they are like commodities like oil.
Right.
So the application is very wide, and even some of the indicators actually started in Japan. Like there's a candlestick, or even the CCI community when during the commodity trading. I think early 19th, in the last century. In the last century, this actually application of a technical indicator has been, I would say, based on my memory, should be more than 100 years already. So again, it is can be used any time frame, but if you want to talk about monthly average, then I would say the number should be between 20 to 21 MA for short term, and annual should be 250. This is in general.
Thank you for sharing that and also giving some context to it and background information because, you know, these are questions that we constantly get as well. And thank you to the audience for asking them. Now, we've got something related to in the desktop app. So how do you actually add the dotted lines within that graph space that you shared previously? Maybe we can recap that.
Oh, which dotted? Sorry.
I think at the beginning of your sharing just now. They just want to know, can you go through the different lines and also try to see how, you know, they all interplay with each other.
Okay, so this is the line, the yellow line, right?
So let's take a look at the app.
Oh yeah, that's too
Desktop
cool. Sorry. Okay, so let's say you want to use this line, right? Okay, let me draw a new line. Okay, so you see that there's a pen over here. This is for you to change the color. Okay, but let's say if you want to change to a dotted line, you can click on the second panel. So this is a dotted line. I think this would be helpful because you don't want all your lines to be in yellow color. You don't want all your lines to be a straight line. You want some dotted line. So for you to differentiate the attention level that you should put into the different kind of trend. And then you can also change the thickness of the line or even the concentration. Okay, I think that's all. That's all for this question. For this part.
Great stuff. I hope that answers your question. So for this part, before I go into the last audience question, I would like to do the second giveaway for today. Are you ready, Yong Shern?
Oh, second question.
Second question. So we've got 3 today to reward our audience. And those who just joined as well, thank you for joining. And we hope that you've learned quite a lot so far. So the second question is to reward you for being here with us. There's going to be only one winner. And you've got to be in-app to answer the questions first, fastest fingers, and also the first correct answer. All right? And I'm going to count to 3. Yong Shern, you're going to read out the question. Ready? In 3, 2, 1.
What are the indicators? Change my question. Maybe I'll put it more colorful for this question.
Always better to do it more colorful.
Yes. So I believe most of you are on the platform, or those of you, you are very active in your investing or even trading, right? So any of you, the past trading session, which is on today is 30th of January, S&P 500 index. Is it in red color? Red color, although our platform allows you to change the color, but red color means by default should be the market is down. Was it a down market on 30th for S&P 500 index? US S&P 500 index in red, this is my mouse color, or is it in green?
In green.
Olivia. So it's either Yong Shern or Olivia.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're in green today. His question, can you just repeat it one more time?
Yes. Was the up S&P 500 index on 30th of January session, is it a down market? Was it a down market, which is red color, or an up market?
In green. What is your final answer? Type it in the comments down below.
Please don't type Olivia or Yong Shern. You can type red or green, or even down or up. Yep.
Yes.
In any form.
In any form. Let's see whether we have a winner. Oh, great stuff. Okay, excellent. Looks like we have a winner. Congratulations. The team will be in touch with you.
Thank you.
Last question from our audience. This person is new to TA. So 2 parts to the question. Which TA tool do you think is the most newbie friendly? And second is, what would you prioritize as the top 3 tools on the desktop app?
Okay. As a newbie, I would say the simpler the better. Because at the end of the day, even with many years of experience, even some of the professional traders up there, they really want to put their chart as simple as possible. Then you don't want to have a chart like, you know,
Are we going to show them the chart?
yeah, please allow me to share the screen. Yep, okay. Yeah, this is how the chart looks like. Would you want your chart to be like that? It's very hard to read. So for a beginner, I would say keep it simple. Use the technical indicator that you understand really well, and those indicators that you are very comfortable with. So I start with several like moving averages, all these things. But this is my personal journey. Although the win rate is not fantastic, I would say, but it serves as a good guideline rather than having a plain chart, just one line or even some candlestick. So this serves as another guide for you only. But also to the beginners and also to some of the those who know technical indicators, there is I repeat again, there is no indicator in the world that can really predict or even can capture the price action 100% correct. So whatever it is, whatever you believe, whatever you use, always have a mentality that this is a good guideline for you, but cannot serve as a very, I would say, cannot be 100% sure win indicator. There is no such thing exists in the world. But in terms of indicator, which indicator decide to use, that really depends on your personal trading preference. Like I said,
appetite as well.
Appetite, because indicators like MA, moving averages, they are more like a trend follower. So things has happened already. So you will be slightly late into the game.
Right.
But if you go to those oscillator indicators like KDJ or even RSI, so these are more like a trend prediction, and there is a reversal in the trend. However, you may also hit by the false signal. So that really depends on your risk appetite. Whether you want to come in very early, but there will be a lot of false signal, or you want a more accurate signal during a trending market, then you can go for MA, which is more giving you more confirmation. So that really depends on the risk appetite.
Absolutely. And for that part of, you know, prioritizing, right? Even for an advanced trader in this space, what would you say are your current tools that you're using for the current market situation?
Okay. Maybe I'll share what I did.
Okay.
What I did, because 3 years ago, time flies.
It does fly.
Yes.
Yeah.
March, we saw a huge drawdown. So I put in several indicators to observe the trend in the market. So where can we find the bottom? Because a lot of people say you can't find the bottom. So I still want to find that time, because I still don't believe that there is no indicator that works. I mean, most of the indicators are imperfect. I thought I could find a perfect indicator, but till today, I still haven't found. But if I found one, I will definitely share with all of you.
Yeah.
But what I'm going to share is you can find several trends, like, you know, extreme peak or extreme bottom, because you have seen the peak in the very late of 2021 or even early 2022, and the bottom at the 2020. I mean the general market as a whole, not saying any individual counter. So you can use this indicator, see which one can give you the signal accurately and the earliest possible. And I'm on my screen, also try not to hide. I'm using one MA and one EMA, and followed by CCI, commodity CCI. I forgot the full name already, but it's a commodity index, something like that. Under here is.
Shall we show it on the desktop?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, it's available on my screen. So yeah, please allow me to share my screen. So okay, this is the place where I use this CCI. So whenever this CCI cross above -100, I would say I personally think that this is a good signal to catch the rebound. But of course, same goes to the peak. When it drops below 100 level, it could be a signal that a bearish movement is coming. But just for information, this indicator is more towards short-term trading, because whatever indicators that I think of, to me, if I were to hold the counter long term, what counts first is I would say I would prioritize the fundamental. If the fundamental is good, I have the conviction, and I'll go to the technical indicators, be it SMA, be it CCI, be it MACD. This is where I try to catch a better price. Not the best, but a better one.
Right.
Yeah. Because in order to outperform the market, let's say you're buying index ETF. A lot of people are saying that you buy index ETF, buy and hold, you can be on par with the market. But if, let's say, you are doing DCA, dollar cost averaging, you're buying every month. So sometimes, the timing may not be right. You may get the peak of the month. So sometimes whenever I got the savings to buy some shares, I will not buy immediately. Instead, I will observe these key indicators in order to so-called I'm still trying to outperform the market using the using this ETF by having a better entry.
Very important right there. Okay, so Yong Shern, with that, thank you again for your answer. Let's go into our last giveaway for today. Okay? So for those of you who just joined and those who have been with us since the beginning of this live show, we've given 2 giveaways already, and we're on to our last one before we close up for the evening. Okay? So Yong Shern, you know the drill. I'll count to 3, 2, 1. Fastest fingers first in app, and also we'll pick one right winner with the right answer. Are you ready?
Yes.
In 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So are you able to change the line color on the Moomoo platform? Be it SMA line, be it EMA line, or be it your MACD lines. Are you able to change the color?
Yes or no? Type it down below and make a comment right now. Let's see if we have a winner. Okay. You're usually really fast, and we usually give time for people to answer, and we try to see who actually picked it up fast and first.
Yeah. Yes or no?
Yes or no? Okay. Great stuff. We have a winner. Congratulations to the person who answered that right. Our team will be in contact with you. Okay, that's all the time we have for questions. Thank you so much, Yong Shern, for your technical analysis demo in the desktop app. This is surely the first of many. And so, this is the first Kickstart live show for the year. Yong Shern, before you leave us, what are your final thoughts for the viewer out there?
Okay. Before that, also please allow me to share screen again. I got one more good thing to show to everyone.
Great stuff.
Great. So you can, on the desktop, you can click on this Moo, M-O-O, go to Learn. You can actually learn about technical analysis here. So how to trade, these are the things, these are the tools that we provide. But if you want to look for specific course, like for example, you want to type MACD, okay, you can go to Learn, Moomoo Learn, under the Search tab. So this is where you can find some courses through searching via this desktop app, or even this can be done on the Moomoo mobile app. Of course, maybe I'll type one more, technical analysis. So you can click on all. So these are the technical analysis course. Just I type in one technical word alone, you see how many courses are here. So feel free to check out these courses. But of course, always stay tuned to our next webinar. If you like, also give us your comments, like what you want to see in the next session. Maybe if you want to see, take a look at how you use the mobile app to read the charts. We do have a very powerful charts on the Moomoo platform, mobile platform. But the reason being is we are showing desktop today is I believe a lot of traders, they would prefer to use desktop, given that the frequency of trading, that even they are more familiar with the desktop app based on our survey. So my final words for today is always, I would say a hybrid, a combination of a fundamental and technical analysis will create a better and more meaningful investing journey. And technical indicators are always there to help you to provide some of the guidance. It's not perfect, but it's a very good indicators for you to buy something that you have a conviction in. So it serves as a reference, but not to 100% rely on. Don't expect it to make a fortune through this through these lines, because whatever we have shared, we are a broker that emphasize a lot on education. So we want to at the same time we are trying to educate everyone, trying to share with everyone that what works and what doesn't work based on our experience in this industry. So yeah, I would say this is a start, but definitely we'll have more interesting topics to share with you in the next 11 months. And I would say happy February.
Happy February.
Yes.
Soon.
Soon, yes. Thank you so much. Hope every one of you can be profitable in the next 11 months or even in the future. Back to you,
so
Olivia.
much. So you've probably seen him in Investing Explained and also our other main shows on YouTube and in-app. So if you want to check out more of Yong Shern and also his sharing, he mentioned that there is the learn component and you've got, the premium component and courses that you can access in the Moomoo app. So definitely go check it out. And you can also, someone just asked me whether they can watch the replay of this 100%. So you can actually watch the replay of this on the app, or you can go to our YouTube channel, YouTube Singapore, Moomoo Singapore, and check out for the replays for the live that you just learned from Yong Shern today. And also you'll see him for the upcoming shows for sure. So Yong Shern, everyone, Senior Manager, Corporate Institutional Sales. Thank you so much, Yong Shern, for joining us today.
Thank you everyone for your time.
See you next time.
See you next time.
So to everyone watching, it's always a pleasure having you. Now, it doesn't stop right here. This is the start of our learning journey together. And also for those of you who have been with us for quite a while, thank you for always being on board with us and being a part of learning together in improving our personal finance lives. Okay, so I'm just going to leave you an email because we do still have a lot of questions coming in. If you have any more questions, here is an email for you to drop in your questions and our teams will do their best to get back to you as soon as possible. And we can't wait to share what else we have in store for you for the upcoming 11 months to go for 2023, and we're off to a good start. So let's keep the ball rolling and stay tuned to the upcoming shows, live shows, and also the other main shows that we have on our channels. I'm not going to tell you what they are. Scan the QR code and find out more for yourselves. And as usual, ladies and gentlemen, these webinars are here, curated and crafted just for you so that you can educate yourselves and empower yourselves with financial literacy. So as always, a pleasure having you with us for the first show for 2023. More to come. Signing off, I'm Olivia Higgins. Have a great day.